but Puck very elusive. So yeah, I thoroughly rate the Alliance lineup.
Okay, well,
Yes, we're in.
We're in. We're just gonna send it straight over to our commentary team because it's time for some Dota 2 Cap and Fog. Please take it away.
What, you guys don't want to play more Guess the Animal? I'm a little disappointed. Well, Fog, what did you think about the draft that you probably just now got to see? Or maybe you heard it earlier.
Let me take a glance at it.
All right, fair
quickly.
enough.
Because just hearing heroes that they're saying, you know, I have decent memory, but I don't even know which team had what at the moment. So let's take a look.
All right, we got for Alliance, we've got an off-lane S4 Viper that's going to be paired up with, I think, going to be FNG on the next Assassin. They've got Hanskin with the IO on Nikobaby with the Troll. Limp is going to be playing his Puck. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got High Coast. Charlie's going to be playing the Juggernaut Supreme with the mid-Monkey King HcE with his specialist off-lane Beastmaster. Kyle was talking about him being a micro hero. Era is going to be on the Rubik and Zibe.
Okay, all right. I feel like the line's got a lot of their comfort heroes. Theirs looks pretty strong. Offlane Viper is a little bit weird, but you can see what they were going for. I didn't see obviously I don't know what the order of the draft was, but I'm assuming that came after the Monk King, so then they have to shift and put a different hero at the top, and they pick the Jug so that he can actually lane and get kill threat. Assuming. I have no idea what the draft order was, but I think that's why we're seeing this Monkey King being put in the mid lane versus tough matchup still. Still doesn't look great for Supreme. They can definitely get a lot of kills onto S4 top on this Viper since he's a very slow hero. So I want to see them get themselves a good head start up there in particular. 1 or 2 kills onto that Viper early on with either a CM or Rubik or even 3 heroes potentially.
Well, they were trying to use the board to scout out if there was a ward, which is kind of classic, but the thing is the ward's on the other side of the river, so they weren't able to detect the fact that, because normally if it's on this side of the river, right, you plant the boar right next to the within tower range, right behind the trees. Yeah, that's an easy, cheap way to know. Get a free sentry out.
I like that. Nice dodge there by Supreme. First orb. Dodge out the damage from it. The harassment game is going to be there, so Supreme has to be very good about dodging these orbs as much as possible. He will get pressured in that lane. Bottom, we're going to see Troll, probably one of the best carry heroes versus Beastmaster. You're just able to always clear out these boars easily, the slows, your high armor, miss rate, etc. versus summons later on. Just a good matchup for him. IO, extra sustain. Probably not going to see much happen to Alliance inside. Alliance. Pretty good showing in this lane.
Yeah, and then S4's Viper with the Nyx Assassin beside him. They've kind of got a kill combo, Crystal Maiden Juggernaut, but against a ranged offlaner who's kind of tankier than most, I'm not sure if they're actually going to be able to do anything against this Viper. It feels like, to me, Alliance could win 3 lanes here, most likely mid and bottom, and potentially top lane as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be about how they actually maximize and equalize like the lane, because pulls are going to start happening. So S4, he's going to get quite a bit up here in Jibe. I want to see what he does to actually maximize for himself as the CM, because they're not giving him the opportunities to get any pulls. S4 is actually messing with it, constantly trying to get his own side pulls. So yeah, they're going to have to really look to get some kills in this top lane onto the Viper to slow him down. Passive lane looks painful. FNG just actually steals the mana burn too, so it just burns the CM once or twice. That Crystal Nova is very expensive. That's why we see all those CMs start with triple mangoes.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna get level 2 Arcane Aura simply for the fact that he won't have the mana to support both Crystal Nova and Frostbite.
He honestly just might have to, even though we've seen so much of the Frostbite level 2 for kills. G will put stun Charlie, doesn't get the last hit on the creep, but then Charlie will be able to cure it, and they get good lane positioning. Yeah, these lanes for Alliance looking really solid. Chesty's actually doing better than I thought he would. Already down bottom.
Yeah, they just keep on pulling the waves back. And Hanskin can only do so much against to harass a Beastmaster when he's got his boars out. And if the lane's going all right in the first round, where you've got level 1 boars, it's a good sign for the future, right, Fog?
Yeah, they're never going to be able to pressure the Troll Warlord, though, is the issue. He'll just be able to get it.
He popped the mango, but he was 7 mana short to get off the Crystal Nova. And the Courier's going to die. FNG's going to pick that up. So Win-win there for Alliance. They get the kill. S4 gets out nice and easy. They get a courier kill.
They're even body blocking Charlie, so he misses some of the waves he has to.
Oh,
he killed, but it was cute.
Cute idea, but ultimately not worth it.
I love that. You get so in your head, you're like, wait, he could just spin me down. Oh God, this is not a good play. Oh well, it happens. S4 did TP to the tower instead of to base, so he's actually still able to stay up here.
All right.
Been burning through tangos to get himself back up to that nice and healthy range. Supreme, 15-4 compared to 18-4 on Limp's Puck. Does manage to get the Jingu stack there. Very important as he was running out of regen. Same goes for the power runes that's coming in. That's why Era's already here.
Era?
Onskin, he joins in. He followed the Rubik down here. Supreme's going to come over. Can they get it? Telekinesis tosses him closer to the Monkey King. He does manage to grab a regen rune there for Supreme. A big pickup as preventing the Puck from refilling that bottle. Could have been kind of disastrous for the mid lane.
I might actually win him the lane. Actually denying that rune and getting it for himself just even for that hot second. Yeah, Puck has to go back to base. He's able to sustain here. All right, that was big rotation from Era helping out. Almost his cost with his life, but a really heads-up move, which salvages their laning phase here, as it was looking a little rough. Now they've evened out across all three. And we'll get to see where Era looks to go as we see the mid. Kind of a good advantage in each.
Kind of unfair. Puck is a mid hero right now. Way he scales and everything else, but then just, you know, even if somehow, for some reason, something goes wrong and you have to be sent back to base, well, you're going to be one of the faster heroes to do it if you've got the mana for Illusory Orb, so Limp really wasn't gone that long.
Puck just is such an absurd hero with all the buffs and changes. I feel like it. Limp though.
Oh, going for it.
Hit Supreme.
Gonna pop this out just in case, because he knows the Limp's got his next round of spells coming up, so he doesn't want to risk it.
Dire's courier
again. FNG throws out the stun. He's gonna die for that play, though.
A prize.
Went for the healing ward. Almost got it as well.
Yeah.
He's securing the lane for S4 though. It's like one of the deaths may be unnecessary, but S4 doing really well top. 27-6. 22 of the jug. They're making Charlie move around for these kills, so it's making him miss last hit, but he's getting kills to me though. Oh, we do actually get a side pull off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So S4 has to be very careful how he does step up here.
He does have that nether tox, but you could see Charlie wants to make sure that S4 is pressured here and doesn't get a lot of those last hits on the big camp. The mana bird goes out. Charlie does get a mango, though, to be able to pop the spin here. Challenges FNG a little bit, but he knows it's not going to be enough to get the kill, so it's Zibe who's going to pay the price of Charlie's aggression here. He's going to fall. S4 continues to be in control of this lane.
And they're actually able to pressure. That's the important thing that we're seeing is S4's farming, Church farming, but HcE is dying. Unable to actually slow down the farm of the troll at all. While look at Charlie, he is significantly slowed down in comparison. This offlane Viper is working really well for them right now. 2k gold advantage already off of all of it. And now Limp is able to actually force the Monkey King back. Brings the reset away.
Going in again at this bottom lane, trying to catch Era as well. You can see Charles kind of a crazy hero. Top lane, he's very low on health. They may just turn and right-click him down. He has to back away the last couple of spin. S4 does hit him once, but not enough to keep pursuing. Poison attack being level 3. But got to be careful, though, especially with Supreme being forced back. Means he can actually rotate over S4. I think he knows he's dead here. There's no escape out of this. Supreme will take the kill.
Nice move. Will cause the pressure to happen onto the mid tower because of it, but they need to help this top lane. The Jug's getting slowed down too much. Supreme. And all three lanes, Alliance. Free farming, and now it's Nikobaby with an absolutely uncontested lane. Even before it was pretty much uncontested, he actually was getting extra farms with the Beastmaster Force. He'll get a free Maelstrom farm down here, and very little ways to pressure this troll with the way that they've set.
Yeah, Troll just feels good as a laner with his basic skill set, but then on top of that, the fact that you've got a few different items you can go to win against certain matchups. So the phase boots against this Beastmaster makes the lane really easily. We've seen with Miracle up against the Timbersaw, the early Javelin approach was a pretty cool idea.
And he's into a draft that it's weird because it's a lot of physical damage with Beastmaster, Monkey King, Jug. The magic damage is going to be a bit lackluster to pick out the troll, which is what Troll really hates to play against him. And he is in a way, a one-to-one counter versus that Juggernaut. You know, Omni Slash goes out, Battle Trance counteracts it in a lot of situations.
Radiant's middle tower is
The game
under
is going to be
attack.
quite hard for High Coast with lanes going not in their favor.
3-3, but they're up by 3,000 net worth already on Alliance. High Coast, once again, it feels like they're the ones who have to do something to change the state of the game, especially as Charlie may go down here. He did have enough stick charges to be able to get enough mana back to spin and stay alive, but still cannot be happy with the way his lane's going.
No, and I'm surprised how much work the level 1 mana burn is really doing up top. Versus Jug, he's very limited on his pool, so even 1 or 2 mana burns just breaks his lane. Same thing for the CM. And even in the midst of all this too, while they have been dominating the lanes, they have stacks. I'm seeing a triple stack in the jungle that the IO was preparing from earlier, so Nikobaby's enabled. While on the other side, opposing side, they do have a 1 double stack, but
tower is under attack.
not the same. The Jug takes a little bit more time.
Going for that
Radiant's
fast
middle
Maelstrom
tower is
build
under attack.
after the phase boots, taking that off lane tower while the laning phase is still kind of breaking down here. Supreme's gonna come top lane again. Nice dodge there with the spin to make sure he doesn't get hit by the impale. They are all in on killing S4 right now, but here comes Limp, hits him with the silence right as the Monkey King jumped in. Supreme, he's gonna get out the boundless strike and will manage to kill S4, but as you said, he's broken inside of that, so he doesn't get any Jingu stacks, meaning he is very easy for Limp to be able to kill. He gets a double off of that, and hell, just the cherry on top. We go back to bottom lane, an empty lane where they kill Boar as well.
Nice little farm, and a good ward here. This is one actually I don't see too often. Placed right by the outpost up in this dire jungle. I think FNG placed one out earlier. Watch the Monkey King rotation, the TP coming in. Limp had already started the TP when that TP was happening, so Limp got there so quickly to be able to react perfectly. And we're seeing the Nether Toxin, why they picked this Viper. 3 different abilities that he can break in this game quite easily. Jug crit, Monkey King, Beastmaster pass. Gotta pay dividends for it.
You know, I've never thought about this, but it probably breaks Arcane Supremacy for Rubik as well, right? Not that that's actually, you know, a useful application, but...
If you ever find yourself walking for some reason that close to the Viper, yeah, 1 billion cast.
Yeah. Look at that. They not only won the lanes, but they have more camps stacked. I feel a bit of deja vu. Game 1, Bob.
Absolutely. Look at Nikobaby. Just well and truly enabled. Jug pressured significantly in the lane. Troll not pressured at all. All lanes looking phenomenal for them. And they're even now applying pressure with this second catapult wave like last time. Seeing High Coast do the same thing, but it's such a big gold deficit. Already 5K. Insane how fast that's gone.
Yeah, that is
Radiant's bottom
big
tower
difference from
has
game
fallen.
1 and game 2. Is High Coast
Radiant structures are
felt like they managed to keep the net worth
Dire's middle
even
tower
if it
is under
wasn't really
attack.
to their advantage at all. Here, it's going so starkly against them.
Radiant
I guess this
are
time around they do
scanning.
have a lineup that scales pretty well
Dire's
into the late game
structures
compared
are
to
fortified.
alliances where they've got pretty much it's kind of like a single carry troll.
But they do have like anti-count, like the counters, right? The S4, the break is going to be massive versus all of them. And Troll has such a good matchup. Omni Slash against the Omni Slash.
He bounces away from Hanskin instead. It goes on to FNG. He used the Vendetta to be able to get away, and now we just popped a bunch of ultimates to not get any kills. Chessie comes in through the side. Nikobaby got to be careful of that melee Necronomicon unit. The boards are slowing him down. S4, is he going to die? Telekinesis pull back into the boards. The boards die. Era manages to get the kill here, but he will die in turn, looks like, from the Nether Toxin, or maybe not. He actually barely survives FNG. They found him. I'm not sure if he came out with the Vendetta hit. Ultimately, High Coast do manage to do 2 kills and don't lose anybody. Surprise.
They do lose the tower, and that's what Alliance was there for. They had to use every single one of their ults to defend, but any type of trades right now, I think they're fine with taking. They need to get these trades to have some hope of catching back up, and because Era survives, he stole Nether Toxin toward the end tail of that fight. They'll have Nether Toxin for the next few sets. That could actually be pretty impactful. That Viper, a lot squishy.
Good way to be able to kite the troll or limit the effectiveness of the IO.
Yep.
See what they do with this.
Kind of feel like they got a backup. I think they just can't. They gotta just catch up. Jesse still only has a book 1. He's still pretty underfarmed for most of the Beastmasters. We actually usually see the book 3 out by now. It's definitely a big indicator. All 3
Radiant's
towers are already
middle
taken
tower
as
is
well.
under
The team with
attack.
Beastmasters actually only taken the 1.
Oh, they're going to go for it here. They have the relocate, so they just go ahead, throw down the catch here, the Dream Coil. I always love it when teams make a concerted effort to shut down a beast. Because this hero, I think, is pretty crazy right now. When he gets the Necro 3, he just feels impossible to fight into. So just stop his progression. Don't let him get to that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just love when I see relocate. Relocate gets actually done. I feel like we see so often it's just a relocate as it's the posture, but with Coil, they can always set up. With Vendetta and with Coil, they have easy ways to set up any of the split push that is going to be them. Or behind them.
It also means Nikobaby, he was left there, so he's going to kind of sweep through the jungle, his own jungle, in this 13 to 14 minute mark where there was a bunch of camps available, so very efficient move. Top of everything else. FNG underneath the sentry here. But we don't have any... I mean, I guess Era is there with the telekinesis, but maybe it's just not enough.
They're just trying to get some type of catch-up. It looks like they're playing pretty defensively. Really trying to finish up these books. HcE, we said the book 1 was done, but he still doesn't have book 2 because of that death before. Now he'll have it, so they're a little bit stronger about it, but it really feels like he is the dictator of their power windows with these books. Besides that, their fight just looks... What do you think? The alliance is heavy sustained. They're tanky.
Yeah. What do you think about S4's build up here? He's going to Crimson Guard against the Monkey King Beastmaster.
I love it. I think all he needs to do is just tank up. Doesn't matter if he's broken. He'll be able to tank first those minions. Find an easy snag onto Jibbe, but I think this is a pretty good approach by him. He switched to the Atos right after. He's already still on the crown. But either way, it's any type of tanky items. I actually think I may have liked the Crimson a little bit more, but maybe he feels like they can just set up for more kills via the Atos. Then they have 3 ways to set up games. Nyx, an Atos, and a Coil.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. It's not a typical Viper item that we see, but it is a great game for Crimson Guard versus Beastmaster Monkey King. Hell, even in some ways, the Omni Slash of the Juggernaut, Supreme. He's going to show up here, tries to get out the Wukong's command. Okay, that's going to give him some armor, a little bit more tankiness, but ultimately the magic damage that's raining in for the Maelstrom should be enough. The puck spots them, hits him with the Witch's Blade, and that's going to take him out. However, tossed back in, never mind. He gets bounced up. The Crystal Main Freezing Field no longer there. Where the cores, they're not here at all. It was only the 2 supports to back up Supreme, so Alliance are able to just keep on hitting High Coast, knocking them down. 2 heroes fall. They can continue.
He's going to go for more.
This push is, yeah, they've got another Dream Coil pretty much being used off cooldown every single time. They can give a tier 2 tower with this Siege Wagon potential.
They're just starting to get really outplayed around the map. They're not able to actually have any real pressure. HcE's just jungling with the book. I feel like he's the little one who actually has to be the one pretty much to make anything happen in the game. He's got book 3 done, so I think now he really has to do something. Otherwise, Alliance is going to run away with this, as they already are. Alliance might just actually set up for a motion. So HcE, with this book 3, he's going to have to make leaps and bounds of space somehow for his...
Okay, so how do we set that up? We hit our power timing. Okay, we got Necro 3. We're really strong on this hero. What kind of move are we looking for?
Oh, God, he has to be there to counteract. He has to be there to counter gank, or even just get the initial setup with the Hawk vision. But the thing is now that they're actually so rich that the book 3 is a lot weaker. When you get book 3 at 11, it has that huge spike. Now it's quite a bit weaker, as FNG's going to walk right into it, and Limp is here.
Okay, so that'll be a pick off in the Nyx assassin. They're actually going to relocate into this one. They want to be able to fight. The Omni Slash immediately going down. Honskin, he's going to get popped real quickly. So too does the Crystal Main, but Charlie's going to try and chase away the puck. Limp, has to jump away to his orb, so it's a decent fight to get 2 supports for their 1. Can they catch a little bit more? Supreme immediately going to bound forward, catching S4. Dream Coil managed to grab a bunch of heroes here. S4 dealing with all those Necronomicon units will end up going down. The Monkey King ticking a little bit, but ultimately he does survive. Next up is Nikobaby, trying to use that phase boots, that burst of movement speed to get out of here. High Coast won't be able to pursue, still being peppered away at by Limp. He continues to harass High Coast back. Not a bad team fight for them.
The Dream, right? They're limited a little bit by their actual way of starting a fight, which doesn't just book. He doesn't have Blink, they don't have any other heroes like a Clockwork to start in. But if they just walk up into you, you get the Dream set up for the floor, you get your book summons and everything too. So that, I'll kind of hand it to them a little bit there, but it was perfect for them set up around the air.
Yeah, at first I thought it was like, oh, this is perfect for Alliance. The big move, the big timing of High Coast, and they run into a Nyx Assassin. Like, okay, that's your smoke breaker, even though it wasn't a smoke. Like, no problem, just reset. But then they made the call. We're actually going to fight this. And the relocate in was kind of disastrous for Hanskin.
Yeah, they couldn't even hit the healing ward either. It's full duration. You see they're in the midst of the whole entire fray of the battle. But even though the Viper Sting and all that comes out, yeah, they just that's probably the worst
Radiant
place that
are
Alliance could
scanning.
pick a fight there. Some breathing room for High Coast to get and finish up these next few items. They're still very far from any type of real defensive. They just have Maelstroms on both of them. Still just probably have to just play around HcE's book whenever he does have that summoned. And Era does at least have Carapace stolen, so he can make some cool plays versus the Puck. Particularly versus the Viper too, he can definitely set them up and get them out of the bottom.
Oh, this is looking all right for Supreme. He's not going to survive through the relocate, surely, but still managing 2 in a 1 versus 4. Get 2 kills. That's not too bad. Era, he's got Spike Carapace. He may be able to make a sick play here. Limp's going to go all in for the kills. See if he can get it off. No, he's silenced for too long.
Hanskin, they're surrounding him top. They saw where the reload was from.
And now they're on the hunt. Nikobaby and Limp, they feel very strong. And Crystal Maid is going to be left behind. Zibe goes down.
That was pretty okay. I mean, sure they lost these 2 heroes, but really nice. Grove Bow as well, by the way. Grove Bow on the Monkey King for the Maelstrom procs for the magic resist. Hey, it ends up getting him those kills.
Yeah. A lot more magic damage. I'm surprised that they were still able to play so aggressively, considering you traded 1 for 2 in bottom lane. I thought High Coast would be the ones in the power position, as they're going to go for the power play here, killing Hanskin with the double ultimate. Nikobaby hiding away in the trees.
Yes,
Doesn't have a
keep
TP up for 20 seconds on High Coast. I believe they know this now. Certainly Nikobaby being caught like this. Big kill. No chance for a battle trance either. High Coast, they're around the Roshan pit here, Fog. This could be the beginning of a bit of momentum for them.
Yeah, they do. They still have the books summoned out. They're dead, right? Yeah, no books. They do at least have the board. They have healing warded down for quite some time. They should get started, though.
This may at least
Bam coming in.
force a reaction of some kind. Limp is going to be around, constantly spamming out spells. This is going to be a risky move if they fully commit. It looks like they're not going to. FNG comes out. You think grab somebody here? Nope. They just have to fully back up. They're just not strong enough, Bog. Even though they found an opportunity, they found a big mistake where they killed Nikobaby, but they can't really fully capitalize off of it. They're just too far down from this laning phase.
Yeah, their books were actually killed, so they couldn't
Dyer's
get
bottom
it into
tower
the pit
is
to be able
under
to finish
attack.
up. If they had the books, then they can actually finish that. But now, the full squad of Alliance swinging over. Now Alliance might be the ones who just start the rush because Nikobaby, as you pointed out, did not use the battle trance in the last time. He'll have it up for this next fight. I think that was intentional. Kind of held on to it.
Yeah, it was probably just kind of dead either way. The Necronomicon units might be able to get there in time to the little spot. Roshan going down, but once again, he's got to jump now if he wants to be able to do so, and it's a little bit too late. Now he's inside the pit with no way out. And Wukar's command, it's only going to help him survive for so long. He's stuck. The coil grabbing several heroes of High Coast, so they can keep pursuing. Nikobaby leading the charge here, already dealing with the healing ward. Going to be able to capture Rubik, who was stunned up by the spike carapace of the Nyx Assassin. Crystal made it. TP, he's good, but still losing 2. More importantly, losing control of the Roshan pit. Make that 3 as HcE was relocated on. Good read from Hanskin, finding the extra kill.
Double damage.
Uh-oh. That was their hope to come back in this one. Now it's a 12,000 lead in
Dyer's
such
middle
a quick
tower
manner.
is under attack.
As Limp with a beautiful setup in the back there. As soon as it was definitely just a miscoordination coming out from High Coast too. Is he jumped in on the monkey king. They got coiled in the back trying to follow up.
Uh-oh, Omni Slash bounces over. Oh no, he's stuck onto a range creep, killed it. And then Alliance was out of range, so he tried to make real, I guess, liberal usage of that Omni Slash with the DD to see if he can get a kill, but doesn't pay out for him. Unfortunately, doesn't die, but they still lose that tier 2.
And now they have to play versus such incredibly farmed forwards who already have had this huge lead the whole time. Now S4 has the Crimson Guard after that Atos that he did build. Outpost going to be taking
top tower is under
everyone on
attack.
Alliance. Pretty rich and High Coast. Start to to feel pretty out of this game. Really tough for this Jug and this Monkey King to really do much of anything.
Come in handy.
Never had any lead in this game. Literally just been Alliance the entire time dictating that lead. Very constant.
I'm pretty sure you can kind of poke at Hycon here of Alliance.
Yeah.
You can force him back,
Radiant's
maybe, but you still have
bottom tower is
3
under
minutes
attack.
of Aegis timer here with already a ton of map control, thanks to all these tier 2s that immediately fell.
Yeah, they can look to play sentries, have your IO troll paired up, and you guys can still. I think Alliance can still play very aggressively around this jungle here. If High Coast does look to swing over there, they're just gonna bring the 5 to locate over. So for High Coast, maybe looking to set up a smoke play and just try to catch the 2 bottom could be an option. It's still tough because of how big Nikobaby is, but it's Charlie. They are
Troll's pretty
making this
fast. Troll can certainly catch him, but look at this, the smoke. It's all a bait. They're going to try and catch the IO here, but eventually they're going to be forced to commit to go on to Nikobaby. This leaves an opportunity for relocate. Now potentially go. They manage to grab him right as he jumps in. The Wukong's command is out. They heal Austin really quickly before he gets out of the ring. He does manage to do so. Nikobaby has popped his ultimate and is chasing away, but is being kited expertly by this team. But Monkey King's left inside of his pit. He's got the Jingu stacks, but he doesn't have the Boundless Strike to be able to heal up, and ultimately, Nikobaby's just too strong for them to be able to fight. What an entrance from Lip, catching the backline once again. He's always there to catch them on the retreat. So as a result, High Coast trying to go for a next level move, going for the IO +1 play, instead are going to lose 4.
It was the right place for them to do. Just Alliance they were ready. They set up so quickly. The instant TP is just reading the map perfectly, and just the only way High Coast has a chance to come back in the game if they can actually isolate them. And now on the high ground, towers to show every single one of his fights.
Charlie knows he can't fight, so he's just getting what he can out of the map. Takes the mid-tier 1 tower, but he is going to be watching that bottom lane of Barracks die from the foul.
I love watching Limp when he's playing his super comfortable heroes. He just makes so much happen, and he's, like you said, the frequency of coils in this game felt like he coiled every single one of the cooldowns in a perfect attempt.
Prize.
He's just always been there to break High Coast whenever they do have a hope. Oh, baby, 6.9. Charging at the Monkey King, charging at anybody he sees.
Yeah, that was something that was nerfed recently too. Level 1 coil is a 10-second longer cooldown than it was before. Didn't feel that way with the way Limp was playing, because he was just, the second it was off, he was searching for kills, searching for pickoffs. Now it's 20,000 net worth. Monstrous.
Especially with a Troll who just has a fantastic core matchup as the Omni. We'll catch S4 on the front.
Yeah, and maybe they can actually burst him down, but they're going to have a hard time. Okay, the Primal War going down. They need to be able to help Charlie, but he's quickly just taken down by Nikobaby. He pretty much runs over anybody he encounters. Next is going to be Zibe, who's hiding in the trees as best he can. Please, God, no. But it is too late. Too gone. Game for High Coast. They are certainly going to struggle to hold this high ground. Even worse if they lose more cores outside of the base, and that's going to be Supreme now dying thanks to the setup from FNG.
Dire's top
Onto the high
tower
ground.
is under attack.
Aerith does still have Nether Toxin stolen. We'll slow them down a little bit. Monkey King dead for 40. This is looking like a pretty easy Rax. And they also will have Coil again up in 30 seconds. Alliance is still very ready to fight. High Coast
Dire's top barracks
may have to
has
bow
fallen.
out of this one. No.
Dire's top
Yeah,
barracks
with
are under attack.
their cores dead for this long, and I mean, maybe they could have gone 50, 60 minutes on a more even net worth, but not in this game. Again, Alliance just proving to be the superior team by being able to take control of the game for the first 5 minutes and never really letting it go.
Go, baby.
All right.
But the battle trance is forced onto the tower for T4. They'll have to back away with the BKB. A little bit of respect given.
On the verge of going 0-4 here, High Coast on their last stand against Alliance. I think 0-4 is pretty much, I think that is, I believe, absolutely guaranteed from local. or at best, maybe some sort of tiebreaker.
Yeah. It's looking grim for sure. Really hard matchup. I mean, they're playing versus really good teams. It's really hard. It's the last effort feels like it's the last effort smoke trying to catch when they are split up at all. Nikobaby is a monster. He still has BKB cooldown and Battle Trance cooldown. Let's see.
They're gonna go for S4 again, and at the same time roaring up FNG. Managed to get out the flank carapace. It looks like this time around S4 is not gonna die inside of the ring. He managed to tank up through the Omni Slash as well, thanks to Hanskin, who's still being run down by Charlie. Managed to get that kill. The Rod of Atos put to good use here. The Monkey King could have turned and fight, but because he's broken, has no chance to be able to get that lifesteal, and with no Omni Slash. And Nikobaby now here in the middle of the engagement. High Coast doesn't really have much of a hope left to be able to stop this tide that is rolling in. Alliance members streaming into the base now, looking to be able to take Megas.
Has fallen.
Gonna poke and prod as they get back by Carapace. That's gonna be able to catch Zibe as he tried to just kind of get whatever damage he could. Immediately the Abyssal Blade onto Era as well. I believe poor old Chessie Beastmaster for last. Lions looking pretty hot here against High Coast. Sadly, though, High Coast have just not been able to